Hi, my name is Gwen Peterson. I am a health coach with Take Shape for Life, and I'm making a video this Friday regarding protein and adding extra protein to your MetaFast 5-in-1 plan. I've had quite a few clients that I've been coaching that say that they're struggling from fatigue, or they're all of a sudden out of nowhere starting to get hungry. And after speaking to nutrition support about how to coach them properly, their first suggestion is always to tell the client to add extra protein. So 3 ounces of the leanest protein or 2 ounces of the leaner protein listed in the quick start guide. Also, a really great way to find additional ideas for the extra protein would be to Google. There's a document called the meatless lean options for MetaFast. And so I think I just Googled meatless options MetaFast, and this great list comes up with other alternate options. Another thing that I found really exciting and interesting is that that they suggested that if somebody's looking for maybe an alternate snack, is to go to, if you have a grocery store in your area that is a Kroger store, there's this Carb Master yogurt, and so I haven't had yogurt in a long time, and this stuff is, woo, I love this flavor. So I don't know with the glare if you're gonna be able to see this, but this is only 60 calories, and then the crazy thing about this is that there are only 4 grams of carbs and 9 grams of protein. Now, the thing is, obviously, you're not going to have 2 or 3 snacks. You're only going to do 1 of these a day. And then if you're adding the extra protein, you're only doing 3 ounces of extra protein. You're not doing, let's say, 3 ounces 3 times a day or anything like that. So if you are finding that you are getting lethargic, tired, grouchy, any of that, definitely call nutrition support. Definitely follow up with your health coach, and if either way, or just try it out and see if it makes any sort of a difference. Something that I wanted to throw out there that I found really interesting is some of you guys have seen that I have gone and gotten this. Let me take it off so you can see it. I'll throw it up close to the screen. This watch that I absolutely love. It's called the Polar F4. I don't know if that's the F4. It's one of the cheapest polar watches that you can get, and it has 2 functions that I really like. The first one is it tells you if you're staying within your heart rate, so you add your height and your weight in, and then it knows when you're exercising if you're in the right range. Then the second thing that it does is it tells you how many calories you've burned. And so just an interesting example, I have one of my clients, she's been doing really great on the program, and then about in the last month, things have really started to slow down for her. So she said that she was going to start kicking in the exercise, so she went and bought the same watch that I have on Amazon for $60, and it was a little scary what we figured out. She is a nurse, and she is pushing gurneys around all day, so she's constantly moving, and she just told me the last 2 days she was burning anywhere between 2,400 and 2,800 calories just in the day without even adding the exercise. So that put some alarm bells in my brain that this gal is already expending a lot more calories than most people. So if you think about it, on the 5-in-1 plan, you are really eating between 950 and 1,100 calories a day. And if you're burning that, the 2,800 calories, that is too big of a gap between calories in and calories out. And so at that point, we first are going to try 1 week of adding the extra protein, because her body is still in fat burn. She's just starting to plateau a little bit. And again, a plateau is not 3 days of your scale or inches not moving. It is a minimum of a week and a half to 2 before you really want to start looking at changing things up. Our bodies ebb and flow. And I can tell you, myself and one of my other gals that I'm coaching right now, this week, my scale from Monday to today, which is Friday, has gone down 4 pounds in 4 days, which is crazy when my scale hasn't moved in the last 2.5 weeks. So again, I just kind of kept doing it the same, where with my client that she is already with her job moving around so much, we are going to add the 3 ounces of protein first, and then we're going to look at shifting her to the 4 and 2. And I know the 4 and 2 can seem really scary to some people, but for me, I've just made it super simple. I've grilled a bunch of chicken breasts and put them in my fridge, and I throw them on a bed of spinach with low-fat ranch or Walden Farms dressing with some avocado. And my lunches are the same every day, but I'm just keeping it simple till I get more of a routine of what the 4 and 2 gets to look like for me. So I just want to remind you that more protein is not scary. It is good for our bodies. Based on WebMD's results of how your body processes a protein versus a carb. On carbohydrates, oh, and I'm just excited. My auto ship's arriving. UPS is showing up. But with a protein, it takes your body up to 12 to 24 hours to process that protein, where if you're eating a carbohydrate, it can metabolize that in 2 to 3 hours. So that's why when you are adding that extra protein in, if you just added extra carb, it would be gone. Your body would stop working after 3 hours. But if you are adding a protein in, it can take up to an entire day that your body is constantly burning to burn that protein that you've just put in your body. So if you are, as Dr. A says, doing exercise over 30 minutes where you are huffing, puffing, or sweating, then you need to look at talking with your coach or nutrition support about either adding an extra 3 ounces of protein a day or shifting to the 4 and 2 so that your scale and your measurements keep moving. Have a great day.